Hello, we have another beer review to do. Second and final one for tonight on my channel. And we have one from Nine Locks Brewing here in Nova Scotia, of course. This is their Bohemian Raspberry. It is a Berliner Weisse in style. Description on it says, let's see, no need tasting notes. Loaded with the sour German beer is loaded with ripe raspberries. So Berliner Weiss, German wheat beer that has been soured, um, and traditionally paired with like a fruit syrup of some sort, usually served like with a fruit syrup, or you just add fruit into the actual mash or the brewing process, and that's what they've done here. They say it pairs well with summer salads, steamed mussels, and light cheeses. We're not going to be doing any of that today, but appreciate the suggestion. Water, hops, malt, yeast, raspberries, and love. Always love added. Um, I have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it. Yeah, 4.8% alcohol by volume. Let's see if I believe this is a seasonal. Let's see if the Nine Locks website has anything to say about it. So we'll share the screen here. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, their ESB is back. That is cool. Their Harvest Pumpkin Ale is back. These are all good beers. Back by popular demand. Yeah, I miss that beer. That was one of their like core original beers they used to release, if I seem to recall correctly. That better show up in the NSLC. Is that showing up in the NSLC? Let me just check that. No, I might have to order it. Okay, maybe I'll order it. It's been a while since I've had it. So let's check this out. Seasonals. They don't say what season. So I think this was their summer seasonal. It did come out in the summer. So yeah, and they got nothing else really to say here. Tangerine Blonde. I don't think I tried that. I think there's still some of that at the NSLC too. I might grab some of that. They're really big on the fruit beers these days. They've really kind of like switched over to fruit beers, and there are a lot of IPAs. They had some core IPAs that they sort of settle around to. But yeah, okay, nothing else to learn from the website. So let's get into it. So that's pouring a nice pink color. Natural raspberries. I assume it's like they either just like dumped actual raspberries into this or it's a puree. One or the other. Either way, I'm good with that. That's fine. Oh, I can smell it from here. So it's more pinkish in color, but like it looks a little bit more like red, I guess, on camera, a little darker. Even the head is like a little pink. Like there's just like a kind of like slight ghost of pink in it. So let's go to the aroma. Mm. Oh, tart raspberry. Very much so. It just smells like a sort of a tart raspberry puree. Mm. A little bit of that wheat is in the background. Kind of a musty kind of thing coming up from it too. So you get a little bit of that wheat malt coming through in the actual aroma. Smells really good. Very inviting. Doesn't smell super sweet, which is good. We'll go right to the taste. Cheers. So I've had this a couple times, and it's really good. No, I don't have a lot of Berliner Weisses, so to speak, under my belt. So like my style rating could be wildly off. But from what I read when it comes to style, this seems to fit the bill like really well. So there's a good natural like tartness there. It's not puckering. It's not like super sour or anything. It's just a really nice tart edge to it. The raspberry flavor is very big, but it's a natural tart raspberry. It's not like a sweetened syrupy slop or anything along those lines. And it mixes with that tartness really well. The wheat is there, but it's very much in the background. It's kind of like really jammy, like a really good raspberry jam. The body is like upper light bodied. Goes down very smooth and refreshing. That tartness lingers in the background. Makes you want to take another drink. Get a little bit of sour, like sour candies, like what do you call them? Sour blasters or something. I can't remember what the fuck they're called, but it's akin to that. You get that on the tip of your tongue. And it's just an incredibly well put together, refreshing beer. It works as a fruit beer. It works as a Berliner Weiss. It just works overall. Very, very good. I really, really like this beer. And I generally don't gravitate towards fruit beers all that often, but like for me, this is like a really good one because it's not super sweet or anything. Like I tend to find like a lot of fruit beers tend to either they go too sweet or they're just there's not enough of the like fruit character to them. Like they're just kind of like ghost of fruit in there. This really assertive with the raspberry, but it's like a natural raspberry taste. So it's not overly sweet. It's not dominating the palate in a negative way. So good. As a Berliner Weiss, I am tempted to rate this like as a 9. I know I reviewed this on BA 101. I should have reviewed that tonight and see what I gave as a score, but I forgot. I'm going to be safe and say 8.5 on this. There could be room for improvement. There obviously could be some earth-shattering Berliner Weisses out there style-wise that do something a little different. And so, you got to have some room for the real world beaters out there that might be out there. But so 8.5 for style. Personal preference. I really, really dig this beer. For me, it's a 9 straight up. So it's very much worth checking out. I think it's, like I said, it's a seasonal, so it's ending its run on the shelf for this year, but there are still plenty out there as far as I can tell. So if you're, if you can get 9 Lock stuff, or if you just want to order it from their website, I'm sure they still have a bunch at their at their brewery or their store or whatever. It's worth picking up if you'd like a good fruit beer, if you'd like something that is a sour, but it's not overly aggressively sour, which is just something that personally turns me off. I usually most sours I end up drinking, they come off like uh, just beers that have gone bad, like, and they try to pass them off as sours. And breweries have been known to do this. So you know you got to sort of you got to take a chance with some of these things. You know, you're really risking getting a shitty beer if you're delving into sours. Honestly, but this does it all really really well. Like I said, it doesn't overly sour anything. It's just that tartness is more the dominant thing than the sourness, which is just kind of on the tip of the tongue. Like I was saying, it's like those sour candies. You get a little bit of that around the tongue, but for the most part, it's just a nice, aggressive, just sharp-edged tartness that is fantastic. Exactly what you want with these kind of things, especially exactly what I want with these kind of things. So that's why it gets a 9 for personal preference. It's a very simple beer, but it brings a lot in flavor and a lot in enjoyment. So, yeah, if you can find it, give it a shot. Bohemian Raspberry. And of course, I don't think I have to point out the name, what that's alluding to. Kind of just a cool little reference, you know, without being non-subtle and like having some caricature of like Wayne and Garth on here that, you know, could legally fit on a can and not get them sued, you know, kind of thing, or Freddie Mercury, or, you know, something like that. Like, oh, here's a silhouette of Freddie Mercury on our can, you know, or here's like a big mustache. They don't do that. They just, yeah, Bohemian Raspberry, because it's a Berliner Weisse and it's got raspberries in it. Good stuff. Good stuff, Nine Locks. Okay, I'm out here. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you again when we see you. That's always